Good tidings. Have I got a special edition for you? This is one of the key components of the series I'm doing on breathing, namely breathing less is more. Why is breathing less more, you might ask? I mean, surely you just breathe, and we're always told, breathe more, breathe deep. You need to get more air in. That's what it's all about. You need to pump it in, get that energy, pump up. By the end of this video, this short video, I will have convinced you that no, it's almost the complete opposite. You should be breathing less, not more. You've been sold a bundle of goods. I'm not sure why, but that's the way it is. Okay, rationale, you might ask. Well, if I told you just eat more, eating's great, you should just eat as much as you want, just eat. You go, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'll put on weight. That's a bad thing to do. Might get away with it when you're super young, maybe when you're a kid, maybe when you're a teenager. But beyond that, we all quickly learn that more is not better when it comes to food. Similarly, we all think, if I just breathe more in, I'll get more oxygen into my system because oxygen's great. We all need more oxygen, don't we? And we need to breathe out because that gets rid of that CO2, that nasty gas. Not so simple. There is actually a fine balance in our system where if we breathe in and then out too much, there's not enough oxygen in the blood. Correction, there's not enough carbon dioxide in the blood. And when there's not enough carbon dioxide in the blood, it causes not enough oxygen to be released into your body. I guess the extreme of that, and I'm not a doctor, but my understanding is the extreme of that is hyperventilation. So, of course, we all know, most people would know about asthmatics, where they can breathe too much and they end up hyperventilating. And in a way, we're all hyperventilating. We're all breathing too much, too often. We don't need all that air. We don't need to be breathing all the time. There's a famous Russian, Buteyko, who was an engineer, and he applied the principles of engineering to breathing. He realized that poor breathing habits were causing a lot of problems. There's famous stories of people going to the Himalayas and meeting yogis that have corrected their health problems through breathing. They've just gone out into the ice, which they've then proceeded to melt with their breathing. And the power of breath, it's a lost art. There's a great book by James Nestor. So how do we go about doing it? Well, one of the best techniques that we have, and it's free and easily available, is what we call the breath hold. This was designed by Mr. Buteyko. There are whole tables and chapters and books and much other material about it, but I'll just give you a quick demonstration for the purposes of this video. What I'm going to do is going to breathe in as per normal, breathe out per normal, and on the key, it's on the exhale, emphasize that again, on the exhale, I will then press the stop counter to see how far I can hold my breath without pushing myself. It's not about endurance, it's just about giving it a go.
Is that your meeting?
Yes, 18 seconds. Once again, I've actually disappointed myself. I always think it's going to be easy.
That's not your meeting.
It is my meeting. Okay, that's enough, please.
That's not your meeting.
Okay. And then I think I'll be able to do more, but I can't. So I got to within 20 seconds. 20 seconds is a bit of a benchmark, but really I need to be up more than 30, 40, even 60 seconds. And that will indicate an extremely healthy breath system. Other ways to practice your breath. That's enough, Cassandra. When you go for a run, you can even practice, as crazy as it sounds, you can even practice altitude training when when you are going for a run. So what you do is when you're running,
I like making funny faces.
You breathe out when you're running and you hold your breath. And you see how far you can hold it for, and then you start breathing again, and you hold your breath. And particularly, it's good for sprinting.
Why is it different than yours?
Sprinting, stick to nasal breathing, and breathe, and really see if you can ruthlessly control your breathing. And then hopefully over time, you will improve your body's ability to breathe. Your lungs, your chest. Diaphragmatic breathing is another thing. That's where you use your stomach rather than your chest. Breathe in, stomach goes out.
Bluey.
Breathe out, stomach goes in. Breathe in, stomach goes out. Breathe out, stomach goes in. Final points. I cannot emphasize enough how wrong we've got breathing in our culture and how this simple, costless, almost riskless process has the potential to really add to the quality of your life over time. Doesn't happen overnight, but if you work at it, do those sort of techniques that I talked about during the video and maybe come up with your own. Just as a bonus point, I've even come up with one in the shower where I practice breath holds while I'm being blasted with cold water. So that's a stimulant to the body. See how long I can hold my breath. Okay, that's it now until part 7, which will be the last or the second last part of this breath orthotropics section of my life enhancers. Until then, goodbye.